Okay, the time is now, hold up, 4:15, 4:18. I just got off of the bus. Three male gang stalkers just left Upland Avenue, which is what I'm crossing onto right now. I just got off the bus. They were lying about me being on the bus. Down here, they have in place some of Kelly Bunt's company. So they, as soon as those guys left the street, they swooped in the driveway really quick, like they were in a rush, and then got their asses out the car. Oh, it's too hot. And here comes the other decoy. Um, Maybe not. So, look, you see how she waited literally just till I got here to get out. So, I used my paper to put up in front of my face. Saw him trying to get a look at me while I was, acting like he was trying to get a look at their company at the same time I did one of these numbers. Damn. And then I put it in my recycle bin. He waited literally right until I passed him to come out and probably got their doorbell turned off. Back acting scary like. Okay, so since I didn't cut across like they expected me to, she pulled out and she put her car on the street. It's been that way for about 5 minutes now. I've been doing other stuff. Something else that took place. 310s, baby dad came by. They silenced his motor. You can hear him coming. And the only reason that I caught on was because I was over here pumping my bed up, and as I passed my window, I saw him coming out, and then he revved it as he took off. But I said that to say that while he's downstairs slamming doors and stuff, like they have company. He does it when there's witnesses, so they see him down there slamming stuff around and all kinds of things. And until this get out, they won't attest to it. They're not looking at them try to claim that I'm a disturbance when they're being a disturbance. You get what I'm saying? But you did just see like they're all in on it, like they're working together. That's a team. These are demonic teams. Okay, so check this out. I'm down to my last little bit of food, like unless I want ramen. So this is a turkey burger that I made last time I grilled out. It's been how long? Okay, the last time was the 21st. Today is the 29th. Um, so yeah, I'm grilling out. Um, what was I about to say? I have chicken that I thought on the 26th is still in the refrigerator. I'm about to take it out and clean it. My clothes are soaking in the tub before I wash them. I guess I'm going to turn this video into a vlog, but not one of the ones where I let you watch me the entire time. I'm just going to pause and stuff. I have my phone plugged in, and I'm going to play some music. Real quick, before I left court, or when I left court, they were talking about how those the agents using those identity were acting like they didn't know who Samantha was. So they were saying it's so weird. When I had the driver come over yesterday, he had the weirdest reaction when he got out the car. You could tell like he was informed of something and something was done to him, you know, and like he barely could even say bye before he ran off. It was so weird. Um, so they were talking about how they're showing, they said they're getting people to think that they can get out of the situation by acting like I'm not in the same headspace that I've always been in. So they're claiming that her environment is mine and that mine is hers, but they're not only claiming that with her, it's a whole lot of upland that they're doing that with. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how they were being inverted, by claiming they were me. So um, suddenly they started talking more about her because they were claiming that she was like the hardest to get out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like that she didn't want to quit her job and that, you know, she was home early today. Because the bitch can't think, she ain't got her brain. And every time I do something, like meet a milestone or break a curse, you know, they crash their fucking minds. So, Demita Smith, that's another one they were talking about. They were talking about how, you know, she felt that she was in a solid position, you know, because she did things to align, you know, like, so they were saying that they told her to get 2 vehicles and to do this and to do that. And they said now that she wanted to start a business, and she was looking at me like, who in the fuck is going to stop her? And they said that she was trying to, that her kids have been looking at her like, who's acting like this space is supposed to be used this way. So they were implying that she was going to go and apply for a LLC and try to get a business loan and do some other things. And they said that they put all my information in her head. Okay, here's an update. It rained a little bit. They were attacking me really bad, so they wasted a lot of time attacking me. I got home at like 4, I don't know, before 4:20. And you saw that video start minutes before I arrived. And the time is now 6:50 something. But like normally I would have been done with all tasks by now. And I'm washing clothes right now. Like, I tried to distract them by watching a movie. So I finished watching Juice. And I had like 30 minutes left in that. I made me something to eat. Surprised to go with the last burger that I had. I ate. And then I had a drink. And like I said, I'm washing clothes. The chicken is in the sink. Doing its thing, like, I have to clean it still though. So pretty much what I'm gonna do as soon as I finish washing this load of clothes, this large load, I'm going to put it back in and let it soak again before rinsing it. And then while that's taking place, that'll take an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I'm going to clean the chicken because I still have to go back out tonight. So I'm working with like 2 hours here, maybe. Like, I'm going to catch the 9:11 outbound to Waterloo Road to pick up toilet paper and a couple of other things. Okay, so like I said, they were attacking me, trying to keep me from cooking. And they're blurring my vision to try to keep me from reading this license plate. But anyhow, so look, the same bitch that copied my color scheme, like for my birthday balloons, that stupid ass Satanist, went. They try to execute everything that you don't. Okay, so if I had a thought that I was gonna wear camouflage today and I didn't, they executed. If I said I'm gonna barbecue in the rain today and I didn't, which is what I said when I was sitting on my porch, these motherfuckers out here trying to do it to claim that it's them that are I and not I, and that I'm not I. So yeah, it's a massive Wenzel and her baby dad grilling out. The hoe ain't never had a desire for a grill until she realized that my grill was separating me from the rest. And the craziest part is, Like, it was compromising so many others when I grill out that they stopped them from grilling altogether. And then for a period of time, I went like a month without grilling at all. And then, they started grilling or whatever. Times. But something like that would take place like after they found that I drew inadvertently, okay, inadvertently, like by wherever I showed up to have a meeting or whatnot, or an appointment, and I wasn't complying, and it was obvious that, they were placed under the wrong impression. Obvious, they this is kind of like how they would retaliate. They'd carry out something the same way that I'm doing it. And so many attacks are made in a day that they're betting on. Most of them not hitting the internet, and me noting them is like a minute or two video. They know that I'm not doing a digital journal anymore. They know everything that they have no business knowing. These are informed agents. And mind you, this is the day before I grill. Like, they I smoked my black and mild on the porch, and that's what they were talking about influence. They were trying to be able to influence something. They've never been able to influence nothing I do. And that's like the most obvious element of gang stalking on Upland Avenue. But it's the very one that they were claiming, because they're claiming it covertly. You know what I'm saying? No one's seeing the truth. No one's seeing reality. So I'm sitting out there, I'm having my black and mild, and this is right before it rained, and that's when I thought, that I should take my grill out back. And I actually said I was going to pretend to barbecue and end up smoking out back. That's what I was thinking to myself, and decided against. And so she's in the her doorway, her first door of two, chain smoking while they grill or do whatever it is that they're doing. So anyhow, I'm done washing clothes, and they're soaking right now before I rinse them. And I'm halfway through washing chicken, cleaning chicken. Let me finish. Oh, another thing is they know I'm going out one more time tonight. So when you look at the position of these vehicles, like 302 isn't even parked in their driveway, because they're suggesting that they're at someone else's, okay? They're acting like they're at someone else's place. So because they know that I'm going back out, they're thinking that they'll be successful in manipulating reality. And when I come back, they'll be all in the spots they're normally in. Maybe sometimes they don't. They stay that way overnight. And it just depends on what's going on, who's responsible for reporting, and how many are responsible for reporting. Something else I wanted to know is I never did play music. I told you what I did during that time as a result of being attacked so badly. I wanted to know that last night they were kind of going on and on about, them seeing the same thing happen to this particular guy that happened to the landlord. And they were talking about the type of attacks that they had to apply in order to make him not think about me. So they were talking about marriage and how someone wanted to marry me. And I know all these names, of course, but I'm just not trying to put all this information out there because they are going to see this, and they'll be able to, at least one will be able to speak for themselves. You get what I'm saying? But so because of that, you know how that goes. Like today I was in court, and I was right across from that room that they use again, and every time they put me in the courtroom, they achieve a desire that they wanted. Okay, so they were saying that someone was going to ask someone to marry them. So I don't know who's going to propose. I don't have any idea or any clue about any of that, but I do know that the last time in 2020, April 2020, while I was on civil commitment, around that same time, 323 proposed to Sonia Davis, and they got married, and they were claiming that it was me. And they were also claiming that I was pregnant. And they were also claiming other things and other things and other things and other things. So the very fact that I was at the courthouse today, something's going to come about. 2 days ago, this is 2 days ago, they were talking about how this thing that stays in this house, Demeter, they were talking about how she wanted to become self-employed and wanted to act out that part and that portion of my life. And I talked about this just recently in this video, how they were talking about the information that they stole from me and that they were applying and putting in her head, to try to get her to manifest this desire. So, I was at the courthouse today. But I tell you one motherfucking thing about me being at the courthouse today. That damn judge was sick. She looked at just like Judge Eleanor looked before they shut down. They told her that I was going to tell in front of everybody, and I was waiting until I was up in rotation. Because during that time, I was always coming at the end. Like, my name, because of my name, I was always like one of the last, sometimes the very last. And it was like every other time. So when I'm the last, the next time I'll be first. So when they saw me, prepping to put all this out there in front of everyone, all of those that they're pinning this stuff on, that are playing stupid, they shut the court down. So today they kind of tried to, skate around it, but I have something on record. I have something on file that's been established with the court. It's good. I don't have to worry about nothing. But if I feel or find that they keep trying to place me in the courtroom so that they can achieve these desires, I'm going to bust their ass out as soon as I come up first. I'm talking about in the worst way. I'm going to show you something because I'm sweeping because I have to lay my clothes down on my floor to dry. So as I'm sweeping, I see something move, and I'm like, this thing looks like a roach. Every time they call me Samantha, they put a fucking bug in my place. But as you can see, it's not a roach. It's something like a weird mutation of a fly. Some sort of new fucking bug the government made up and released into the motherfucking atmosphere. This is what my meat is doing. It's infusing. It's being infused. There's 9 pieces. I'm going to grill 5 and bake 4. Something I've been meaning to say, I have to sweep my bedroom too, but something I've been meaning to say is, when dealing with these Satanists, and I'm saying this because there's been a lot of talks amongst themselves, and they just let me hear it over the last few days. This is a super terrorist too. Him in court. Yeah, trip. And they also have a doorbell claiming to be me. But anyhow, so they were talking, and they said that, oh, it's not about what they said. I wanted to establish something about the things that they say. I think a lot of the times, I'm actually sure, a lot of the times they create the worst, they display the worst behavior to see if they can talk themselves out of it. To see if they can get you to, contradict what you know, test the removal of what you know, and see if they can get you to go against your better judgment. And then there's often times where that same kind of situation is taking place, all the talking. And it's like they're doing it. It's like a preparatory type of thing for something extreme that they're going to do. So they'll completely change their identity and their mentality. It'll be complete opposite of what it last was. Okay, I'm dressed. The time is now 8:58. I just made me a grilled cheese to eat on the way. Told you I don't got nothing else in the fridge. And normally I don't even keep cheese around. If I didn't have it, I don't know what I'd do. Today. I parboiled my wings. I'm going to make the marinade for them when I come back. I started my baked chicken. I'm going to turn it down low. I'm only going to be going like an hour and a half. Look at I'm mad. I'm only going to be going like an hour and a half. And normally I let it cook for about an hour, 45 minutes, and then another 15. I won't be here to add what I normally add to it, but it's cool when I get back. Like I said, that's the purpose of me cooking it on low. Yeah, and that's it. I'm finishing my drink. 8:59. I got like 10 minutes before the bus comes. I think I'm gonna be early, and I need to make sure I take my headphones. Am I gonna stop this video? So that's 40%. I do not know. I don't know. I'm gonna pause for a little bit. Okay, I'm taking an IPA and my IPA and water with me. I've had like quite a bit of vodka, like maybe a fourth of a bottle. Might not be maybe that's a little stretch. But anyhow, I've had a lot of vodka, and I've had a decent amount of wine, not a bottle or anything, and I've had an IPA. So I know that they're when I get in and I finish drying these clothes and laying them out, they're just gonna drop me like right into sleep. I won't remember trying to go. As for stopping this video, yes, I am gonna stop it. And I still got other stuff to do when I get back. So maybe I'll just make a part 2. That's what I'll do.